7 News always investigating and finding a Boulder police officer still on active duty after admitting he killed an elk near 9th and Mapleton and didn't tell anyone. 7 News reporter Lindsay Sablon is there. And Lindsay, there are now 2 investigations underway.
The Boulder Police Department is doing their own internal personnel investigation on the 2 officers that are involved, and the Colorado Parks and Wildlife is doing a criminal investigation. This after one of the officers shot an elk right here, and his off-duty colleague came with his own pickup truck and removed the carcass without ever notifying dispatch or a supervisor.
He's like a neighborhood legend. We all talk about him.
This elk, fondly known as Big Boy, Talar Koenig, was shot by a Boulder police officer and then removed by his colleague and a Boulder sheriff's deputy. January 1st, Koenig says her mom noticed the officer in their yard near the elk.
And he said, "Yeah, we've gotten some reports of aggression. Don't be surprised if you hear a gunshot tonight."
Koenig was in bed during that conversation. Just 10 minutes later, she heard a loud gunshot.
I looked out and I saw the police officer with a gun. And then the elk was right by that tree, and he fell over onto his knees and then onto the ground.
Koenig says the elk had charged people passing by who got too close, but says he primarily wandered the neighborhood looking for food. Today, the Boulder police chief told 7 News the officer claims the elk was injured. But then there's this picture. Chief, there's a picture of him holding the antlers, posing for a photograph. Doesn't that seem a little bit suspicious? It seems more like a trophy to me.
Well, I'm not going to classify it in any manner until we do an investigation.
Boulder police say they will do an internal investigation on the officer pictured here, as well as the off-duty cop who brought the pickup truck to remove the carcass. Colorado Parks and Wildlife emailed us this statement saying they couldn't comment on anything due to an ongoing criminal investigation. An on-duty sheriff's deputy was also here at the time. He, after the fact, filed a report, and we're told at this point is not under investigation. Now, the Boulder police chief tells us it is protocol that any time an officer uses his or her firearm while on duty, they are supposed to notify a supervisor. Also, when they shoot down a large animal, typically they call Colorado wildlife officials to come help remove that animal. So protocol was definitely not followed in this case. Live in Boulder, Lindsay Sablon, 7 News.